Hi, good evening again. Or is it good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're watching around the world? Excuse me. Shout out to those in Poland. Shout out to those in Saudi Arabia. Shout out to those in Sudan. Again. Shouting out to those in Swaziland. Shout out to those in Kenya. Shouting out to those in Australia. Shouting out to those in Western Samoa. Shouting out to those in Kuwait. Shouting out to those in Iraq. Let's shout out to those in Belarus. Or let's shout out to those in Holland. Shout out to the people in Denmark. Shouting out to the people in Spain. And shouting out to those in Niger. Shout out to those in Mali. And let's give one more shout out to those in Brazil. This is your host, your guy himself, DLG Reppin', bringing you another one of my DLG Reppin'S daily transfer news, and up and close and personal. And we have a situation where we are looking for a number 9. Arsenal have made it their priority. Number 9, number 10, which has been made their priority. And could we go in with an audacious bid, if funded by Stan Kroenke, for Hassam Ouar? Now that will be an extremely difficult deal, where I'm hearing reports that Lyon are top of the league. I haven't done any researching as such, but I hear they're top of the league. Ouar has been part of that, and he's had a sensational season, and he's put in the sensational performances. But for me, is he someone that we need? Yes, in an ideal world. Is he someone that is good enough? Well, despite the fact that he's small, it does not. I don't think it should phase him playing for Arsenal and playing in the English Premier League. I think he's got a lot to offer, and hell of a lot more to offer. I would love to have seen him in there. Otherwise, I suppose if we can free up Ozil's wages and get rid of a couple of more players that are not deemed good enough, then we have a chance of bringing in someone of that ilk in Hassam Ouar. What about Julian Brandt? Now, he's only available for up to 22 to 24 million. That sounds like Arsenal streak. Arsenal streak. Yeah, that sounds like up Arsenal's price plan. And the price is just about right there, a bargain. He's not exactly someone that we do need. I think we need two types of midfielders. One who can relate to Thomas Partey in Yves Bissouma, and another one, I'm just using Yves Bissouma as an example. Brighton fans, don't come on to me too hard. Just using an example. And a number 10 like a Hassam Ouar would be the complete ideal situation. But Julian Brandt as a winger, I mean, yeah, they've been talked about Nicola Pepe not producing the goods, and the price tag that he come at, yeah, has put him under pressure. But however, the price tag was not his fault. That was done by dodgy Raul. I think he had a lot to say in that price tag. Excuse me. Shouldn't be doing that on the air. he is a top-notch player on his day, and he is a handful. I mean, would he welcome the move to Arsenal? I'm sure it's it's humbling that he's been linked with Arsenal. I think for him, he must feel humbled and privileged that Arsenal are talking about him. But it's just all links again. And the same with Emir Buendia. Now, I'm hearing these rumours that he wants to force a move to Arsenal. Well, unless something really happens on transfer deadline day on the 1st of February, I just don't see what is there to believe. I mean, yeah, maybe Arsenal have made it public, maybe they haven't, but Emir Buendia, again, he is a proven Premier League player, although he went down with Norwich, and maybe he sees Arsenal as a project where he would not have to face relegation, but could face some real bad times, knowing us, because we always seem to flatter and flatter to deceive. Emir Buendia is that sort of guy who has been dubbed in the mold of Santiago Cazorla. Now, if he's half as good as him, then we will have a hell of a footballer. The outs, Mesut Ozil. Now, apparently, according to some sources, is a big link stating that Ozil is imminent. Well, he's edging closer towards the Arsenal exit door. And as for that 300,000, that can go a long way. Sorry, 350,000, that can go a long way to making a difference in terms of purchasing the attacking midfielder that we need. And for the time being, I feel... excuse me. For the time being, I feel that he'll be missed by some Arsenal fans, and you'd think that he could still, even at the business end of the season, still produced a moment of brilliance, but we haven't seen it on a consistent basis, and that is where I lean towards the decision of the board to move Ozil on, especially if he's not going to play first team football. And if he wants to play first team football, then he's got to move elsewhere, and make sure he can resurrect his career. As far as Mesut Ozil is concerned, he is a top footballer, has been world class, and when he was signed from Real Madrid, people forget that Cristiano Ronaldo was upset about that decision to sell Ozil to Arsenal in 2013. This just tells you the mark of the footballer that he was compared to what he hasn't been now. I was listening to what Pippa Monique said, or what Curtis said. I mean, big up yourself, by the way, Pippa Monique, for being on Sky Sports News, and the same to you, Curtis C. Big up yourself, but I mean, Curtis S. Big up yourself, Big C. It feels like the Wenger era, where he overstayed his welcome when he should have resigned at the right time and not tarnish his legacy. And it's a shame. I mean, Ozil as a consistent, informed footballer is a world-class footballer at doing his job as a number 10. And I'm telling you this now, I think he has completely tarnished his legacy in the last couple of years at least. And that's due to the fact that I don't know, he's just lost the fight to play for Arsenal. Play football for Arsenal, should I say. I think he's lost the heart and the desire to show some fight and into getting him into the squad. And I think Arteta has realised that, and he's decided to take him out of the squad both Europa and Premier League squad completely, and he wants to move him on. And Mikel Arteta, from his defence, is looking at building another Arsenal squad and another Arsenal team to compete at the top end of the table and try and push towards competing at the top end of the table. So we have to be patient as well. And let's give Ozil his due. I mean, the Ludogorets moment stands in my mind. The way he outfought and outsmarted his opponent with his dribbling ability, and to score the goal that he scored that night. Amazing. The 20 assists that he had one season, that stands out in my mind, but it's a shame that he's going to have to go. And it's a shame that he's tarnished his legacy. Nothing against him as a person. I think he's an amazing guy. And if he's made a decision that he did not want to donate his wages towards helping the club staff with their income, then that's entirely up to him, because he has done loads. He's done some charity work and in abundance, I would feel. So yeah, he gives back into the community. No one can deny the fact that he doesn't do enough for the community when he does, and he's committed to that passionately. I will say that in his defence. However, as an Arsenal footballer, I don't think he's getting games at Arsenal. I don't think we'll ever see Ozil play for the red and white of the famous Arsenal again. So if it is to be this month, then I wish him all the best in what he does in his future endeavours. Next bit of news, Eddie Nketiah. Now, this has popped up to my attention, where Sebastian Haller has signed for Ajax for £20.2 million. And he's signing to his departure from West Ham to Ajax has left the door open, possibly for Eddie Nketiah, because we're hearing these rumours that West Ham are looking upon him and monitoring his situation at Arsenal. Now, for me, if you can ask me, who I would keep, which young Arsenal academy striker that I would keep, although Eddie Nketiah came from Chelsea, but he's still classed as someone who came from the Arsenal academy, where Folarin Balogun was born in the United States, spent most of his life in England, and growing up in the Arsenal academy from a very young age. I mean, if I can ask you Arsenal fans, who would you be prepared to get rid of? I mean, no, I won't ask you that. That's a silly question. But for me, if it was down to me, I obviously will cut ties with Eddie Nketiah. I mean, you might have your opinions. If you do, then obviously you got your opinions. Leave it in the comment section below. But for me, Eddie Nketiah would be the one that I cut ties with. I mean, he's a nice guy. I do like his work rate. I admire that as part of his commitment. But it's goals that we need, and we need someone who's ruthless. And I see something ruthless in Balogun than I do in Nketiah, but I might just be wrong. If you feel that I'm a little bit harsh on Nketiah, feel free to come into my comment section and address or justify the reasons maybe Nketiah should stay at Arsenal, or but for me, I would ship Eddie Nketiah while I can and get as much money for him as well we can, because we are so low in money in terms of the revenue. He's hit us quite bad. I mean quite bad. We've heard no news from Socrates other than the fact that he has been linked with Lazio and someone else, but Like Ozil, I don't think we'll see him in an Arsenal shirt again. And I think Mikel Arteta has made it clear to both of them and the other squad members who are going to depart under Arteta at some point that you will not be part of my squad, my plans, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavours. And I do wish Socrates all the best. He came in his first season and he was by far, hands down, our best centre half. As the last two seasons are concerned, he's just not found that form. But I do like him as a professional footballer, and as a centre half, he's an honest, strong centre half, and I do like that in Socrates. Right. Other than that, I haven't got much to say other than thank you to the people who are listening, watching, and tuning in and putting up with me again. As you can see, I'm probably a little bit tired, but I'll get by. I should be able to do another footballing content. If not, then I'll say good night to you all. You stay safe, and if you're still up, just relax well, and you go to bed, rest well. So once again, peace, bless, and love. And before I go, if you've got anything to say in terms of my content on my transfer daily, then leave it in the on my daily transfer news. Then leave it in the comment section below. Please help me by smashing the thumbs up, like button, and if you can, could you please help me by subscribing to my channel, please? That's where the top left on the top left hand side of the screen, you'll see a subscribe button there. Please smash it up left, right, and centre galore, and I'll do the best to bring you the freshest football content, and you will get as up to date as possible. And you can do me a favour by helping me subscribe by telling your friends and your relatives, whoever they are in the world. Thank you once again, and good night. But be nice. Yes.